Tina Rappy, coming to you from Edgerton, Wisconsin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm so happy that you decided to join me in my studio today. For today's project, I'm going to show you how to use the Stampin' White chalk marker for some fabulous looking results. So let me go ahead and just turn the camera down and we'll get started. For today's project, we're going to be using the Nature Beauty stamp set, which has these gorgeous natural elements in it as well as the animals. The really cool thing about this stamp set, besides the amazing imagery in it, is the fact that $3 from the sale of every stamp set goes towards mental health. We're also going to be using the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set. This is an 18-piece set with all kinds of holiday sentiments in it. And we're going to be using the one that says peace and happiness. All right, so as I said, I'm going to show you how to use the Stampin' Chalk marker. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just using my Stampin' piercing mat for a little cushion here that I've just wrapped paper around. And we're going to start out with a piece of Seaside Spray cardstock. And then I'm using the stitched shape framelits, and I am using the second largest square. And from that, I cut out this square that has the stitching around it. So that's what we're actually going to be used for our stamping. And for this, I want to use Stays On ink. And I've got the little rabbit on here, so let's go ahead and get him inked up real well. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp him right here in the middle of things. Good. Like that. And then next, I want some snowflakes in there, so I'm using the Whisper White, which is a craft ink, and the little snowflakes that come in the set. And I am just going to scatter some snowflakes around the bunny. Like that. Okay, now it's time for that chalk marker to come into play. So this is a product that is pretty easy to overlook in the catalog, but it is amazing. So you do want to use the Stays On ink, like I said, when you're using this. And I am simply coloring in the bunny rabbit. Now what I have found on some of the colors, depending upon what color you're coloring over, like this time it's the Seaside Spray, you may need a couple coats of the chalk marker in order to really get it to show up real well. So I just go over it once and then go over it twice. And you'll see that the lines of the rabbit still show through. Now I'm going to go ahead and color in the snow. And I want to color right up and over the edges here. And snow is not always straight across and everything. The wind blows it, and so you have different variations. So this does not have to be solidly colored in. I'm going to go over it one second time here. And I just love the way it makes it look. So you've got the blue background for the sky. You've got hints of blue in this snow, and you've got the snow falling. Okay, now sometimes you're going to lose the detail of the eyeball, so I want to grab this is one of the journaling pens, and I just want to make sure that his eye is really visible there. So I'm just coloring his eye back in. Okay, and then because snow glistens, we're going to use some of the Wink of Stella. This is a glitter paint, and we're not coloring the bunny with it. We are just, I have one that hasn't been activated. hang on here. So if you get one of these, what you want to do to begin with is you want to unscrew it and take this little black ring out. And then close it back up. And then squeeze it a little bit. And you're going to watch this chamber there. Can you see it? It's starting to fill up with ink. And now we'll start to see it come into the brush. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can see how shimmery that is. I don't want a big gob on there, but now this is activated and we won't have to do that again with it. But now I am just going to color over all of the grass, snow. Yeah, keeping it real Stampin' here, as I can't even tell the difference between snow and grass. For Pete's sake. Okay, so we're going to let that dry, and that won't take long. I'm going to set this off to the side. And next, we're going to get ready for a banner that's going to go on here. So first of all, this is 2 inches by 4 1/4, and we are using the banner triple label punch. I'm just going to insert it in all the way, and then on the back side, you can see where it is. Put it in, punch it out, and just like that, we have a banner. Once again, we're going to use the white ink, and this is the Peace and Happiness from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set. And with this, I am going to stamp it right up here at the top. Okay, so there we have that. All of our stamping is done, so I'm going to set these things all aside, and we're going to start assembling our card. So I'm going to start out with a piece of Night of Navy cardstock, and this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and we are going to fold this in half. All right, for our card base. Next, I have a piece of the Seaside Spray cardstock, and this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to run it through the Swirls and Curls embossing folder, and this will give us a pretty texture for the back of the card. So here we have that, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the card. So flip it over and get some snail adhesive on that. Okay, we've got that. Next, I have a piece of the Feels Like Frost Specialty Designer Series paper, and this measures 4 inches by 1 1/4. Okay, and that is going to go right on top here. So again, we'll get our snail adhesive out. If you have not noticed this paper in the holiday catalog, check it out. One side of each sheet has a metallic, silver metallic sheen with prints, and the other side is photorealistic prints that are to die for. Okay, so this is going right in the middle. Then the white craft ink takes a little bit longer to dry, so I'm just checking. Yeah, that's dry. All right, and so we'll put some adhesive on that and stick that down to the card. All right, then let me get all my little layers here. So I have a Whisper White, and this is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Don't worry about having to write these measurements down. I will post it along with the video, or if you head over to my blog, it'll be right there along with all the directions. So this is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and then on top of this, we're going to put the silver, and then on top of this, we're going to put the bunny rabbit. Okay, but what I want to do first is I want to put the rabbit directly on top of the silver. Okay, so we're just going to see a little bit of silver popping out from around the edges. Okay, and then I want to pop it up on the white with dimensionals. If you have been stamping with me for very long, you know I am all about layers, texture, and embellishments, and this card certainly has all 3 of those. Oh geez, I just did it the wrong way. No, this will still work. Okay, normally I don't do it this way, but anyway, I wanted to pop it up on here. Normally I would put the dimensionals on the back of the silver and then put it on there, but this works too. Okay, so we've got that, and then some adhesive on here to attach it to the card, like that, and we're almost done. But hey, what is our embellishment? Now, you could count the wink of Stella as part of the embellishment, or, where did I put it? I cut one out and I put it someplace safe. Where do you suppose that safe place is? Hang on, I will be right back with that. Okay, I found it. So I have a snowflake that I cut from the Frosted Frames dies. And there's this one that has 2 different snowflakes in it, and I actually just cut out the larger one. So you can see how this is part of that. And this is some of the sparkle glimmer paper, and it is so pretty, so pretty. It's much thinner than the paper that we had before that sparkled, so you can cut things out with the dies and punches. And so here I'm just putting a mini glue dot on the back of this, and let's get this positioned just so. We've got that on there. So isn't that adorable? But we want to finish off the inside. So with this here, I am going to use a piece of Whisper White cardstock, measures 4 by 5 1/4. I want to get our little bunny rabbit back out again with the stays on. And we are just going to stamp a little bunny hiding right over here in the corner. And let's go ahead and attach this to the inside of the card. So there we go. We have a white chalk marker bunny rabbit. Isn't it adorable? I love it. I love it. This happens to be one of the cards that my crafters made at a class last week that my husband taught. My husband Dave is a great, huge supporter of me and my business, and we have started making this an annual event. This is the 3rd annual event. He made other cards featuring the Nature's Beauty stamp set, so you can see those on my blog as well. And you'll find my blog at www.stampinstudio. Oh, I spelled studio wrong. studio.com. Good Lord. This is my current host code, so if you place an order, you could use that host code. And if you'd love to place an order with me, I would sure appreciate that. As I said, you can go to my blog, stampinstudio.com. In the upper right, near the top, there's a little Shop Now button, and that takes you right to my online store. And if you would like to join my team as a discount shopper, first of all, you're going to love it. And I mean, honestly, why not get a discount on all the things you're purchasing? It's the best of both worlds, and I would love to have you. Whether you're a business builder or a discount shopper, there are a lot of benefits, and you will have a blast. If you'd like to order any of these products, please head over to my blog. And thanks for taking a little time out of your day to spend time with me. Be sure to click to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're not already subscribed to my newsletter, please do, because I offer special perks to my newsletter subscribers. So once again, I hope you enjoyed your visit today, and I'd love to have you come back another time. Thanks, and happy stamping.